Today I'm recreating Squid Game in Lego because I was in a graveyard at night and I was looking for something until I found this hidden coffin that looks exactly like it's from Squid Game, and it's got "Build Me" written on it. Wait, did you hear that? Run! So obviously I took it home and decided to open it. Strangely enough, smoke was coming out of it, and inside there were some strange cookies. Oops, but most importantly, a lot of Lego. And I actually think that it's a Squid Game doll. But, where's the instructions? Okay, I need to build it on my own. So this goes here, and this goes here for the legs, and now only the head is left. I'll start from the basic shape, then add hair, and here's her mouth, and most importantly, the eyes. Wait, it's not a doll. It's a Squid Game boy from Season 3. So, in Season 3 of Squid Game, the scary doll finally got a partner. The boy. And I actually already have one here. Carbon copy. Almost. Anyways, he's way too lonely right now, so it's time to build a doll for him. And since Lego doesn't make any, I'll need to sacrifice one of my own minifigures to make it. And let's take Woody. First, I'll take a drill and carefully remove all the prints from it. But in the show, the doll is very pale. So next I'm gonna mix some paint, straight up dip her in. But we still need to dress her up properly. And in Season 3, she was actually in a new outfit, a red dress. So I'm gonna take paint and start painting, starting with the red shoes and now her dress. And I need to be careful here. Well, that looks straight up ugly. I mean, her dress is flat as a swimmer. And because I don't have any Lego dresses, I'm gonna use the old Japanese technique of origami. I'll just fold pink paper multiple times, like this, and voila! The dress is ready! Now onto the hair. She has pretty simple pigtails, but out of all of my hair pieces, none look like what I need. So again, I need to improvise by taking a glue gun and just pouring hot melted plastic on her head. Okay, done! Finally, her face. Drawing it must be so easy, I thought. But in fact, it is not. So this is the closest I got to it. And finally, it's all done, and it looks good. But let's test if our boy will like her. Wait, I think this one is way too small for him. How are they even supposed to play jump rope together? But no worries, boy. I will make a bigger Squid Game doll for you later. Next, I built a whole playground exactly like in the show. With a swing, this thing you can climb on, a slide, and on the walls, I put Lego clouds and drew those shapes. And then I ordered this guy to play a cookie challenge. And surprisingly, he successfully failed. Alright man, I'm gonna save you, but it will only be this time. So first I took a pan, then added sugar and started to melt it slowly. Oh wow, why is it brown now? Anyways, I added a bit of baking soda, mixed it well, and in a couple of minutes it started bubbling. So I poured it into a shape. And now we add a print. I chose a circle, since it's the easiest shape. I hope my guy won't fail at least this time. Wow, it's so hot. Let's put it into a freezer to cool it off.
One eternity later.
And it's done! But how about getting it out? OMG, it's stuck! Okay, let's just cut open the form with pliers. But remember, I can't break it. I broke it. But no worries, because I also bought an official Squid Game cookie. So now we can throw out this disaster and give our guy a new cookie. Now finally, let's give it to the player. Wait, where is he? Oh no, he got 2D'd. But before I can introduce the next challenge, I need to build the VIPs who will be watching it. After all, we're doing it for their entertainment. So I quickly grabbed different weird helmets and headpieces and spray painted them gold to make masks for the VIPs. And while they're drying, I'll take a bunch of guys in suits and sit them on comfortable, reclining chairs. Build a screen for them, and finally put the masks on. Now the VIPs can watch a brand new deadly challenge, Jump Rope, where the goal is to cross from one side to the other over train tracks while a huge doll and boy spin the rope. To recreate it, I'll start by building huge dolls that are holding ropes. And since I already have a boy, I will use it as a reference to build a girl. Starting with legs in colorful socks, a body with a dress, and a head. Wait, why is she bald? So I left these studs specifically to build her hair using a sideways building technique. And I even gave her ponytails. Now let's give her eyes and a mouth. It looks like a dog's tongue, honestly. But the most cursed thing about her is this hole in her body, but I left it on purpose to put a Technic axle inside and use it as a rope. Now we just need to give the other end of the rope to the boy, and it's all done! The rope swings. Now let's put them on these towers that are connected with railway tracks. And since swinging a rope with your bare hands can be tiring, I'm going to connect it to a Lego motor. And now, when I press this button, the rope should swing automatically. Wait, why doesn't it work? Ah, it had no batteries. Now it should work. Yes, it does. Finally, we are ready to test it on the contestant. Flew away way too easily. Can we throw 2 minifigs? 3 minifigs? 4, 5, 6, 7? Oh, wow, we have a cheater here. Now on to the most important part of the show, the end, where the whole island exploded, including all the iconic challenges. To recreate it, I'm gonna build a micro-scale version of every challenge, but first we need to load up a massive island. And it has a similar shape to the one from the show, and I even put some greenery and animals on it. But the most important part is that you can open it, and I left it empty inside, so now we just need to fill it with micro-challenges. I'll start with the most iconic challenge, red light, green light. So I built the walls, and this will be that house that the contestants were coming from. I used a cone and this weird piece to build a tree, and of course, Squid Game doll. For her, I just put 5 studs on top of each other, and for the hair, this black tooth. Next challenge, jump rope. And for this, I'm building 2 towers. One is the entrance, and the other is the exit. And between them, there's a railway track. Now this will be a Squid Game boy, and this is a Squid Game doll. I also built hide-and-seek rooms, and I used a clear stud to represent the gumball machine. This is the Sky Squid Game, aka the final challenge. These are stairs, living quarters, and of course, a horse. For our last build, the Mingle Challenge. Now let's put every challenge inside the eye. So in the series, there's this doll. Quite creepy. And its eyes are cameras that watch the moving players. And she's quite big, so the minifig won't do. I had this Lego Friends mini doll, and I'm gonna make her look like young He. I'll start off by cleaning off her face with acetone. There we go. Now we can paint her a new one. And the face is quite pale, so I'll use this paint for her face and body. Now I can paint her eyes so she can spot players. Then I'll add some makeup. And we're done here. Then there are also white socks and a black pair of shoes, so I'm going to paint them as well. Another eye-catching part of the doll is its orange dress. And Lego doesn't really make clothing, so I will use real fabric to craft a dress. Okay, this looks quite accurate to the show, and the colors are very vibrant. And finally, the hair. And this one won't do, so I will take this black stick of hot glue to shape a more accurate version to match the show. And here we have our doll, fully complete. Final moment, the head needs to turn. So, does it? Yep, it does. Can she spot the players moving through, though? Finally, we can place her in the red light, green light set, and it's all done. But wait, she can't even see the players. Okay, I will build a better one later. So the most iconic challenge in the whole show is this simple yet deadly game called red light, green light. The goal is to cross the line and not get caught moving. So I will start with this base plate with a pink line indicating the winners of the challenge. Next I'll build the walls with these houses through which players come in, and I need a lot of blue bricks. For the wheat fields, I'm using yellow tiles and grill pieces. Now that the walls are done, it's time to address the sniper nests. I bought a bunch of these weapons and just placed them in the nests. Next, we need a tree for the doll to lean on. I got this thick one, but it started sprouting. So let's burn it. Much better. Photosynthesis is prevented. And now, of course, the main thing, the doll. I bought this knockoff minifig version, and honestly, this belongs in someone's nightmares, not here. So it's time to build one. I built legs with black and white round bricks, and a body with orange and yellow bricks. And her head, she has cameras for eyes, but for simplicity, googly eyes will work. And the doll is complete. Finally, it's time to let in the players. And for that, I found some decent-looking knockoff variants that don't look half bad. All right, the players are ready, and everything's set. Let's game. Okay, guys, this is gonna be easy. I've played these games before. Just don't move when she turns around. Wait, a bunch of contestants are moving, but no one is shooting? Well, that just won't do. Assemble the pink guards. And off to the shootout. That should remind them to read the terms and conditions of the game. This is just a clear Lego sphere I built with 2 pieces, and it's a perfect base to build the piggy bank from the show. So let's do it. We just need to add these transparent pieces, and I will glue them with a gun. First the snout, then the eyes, these teeny ears, 4 legs, and a pigtail for the oinker. The pig is complete. Now we need to add a lot of cash inside.
Yes, sir.
So I ordered a bunch of Lego money. Let's put it all inside and wow, that's legit. So now we can build a living area for the players where the piggy bank sits all the time. I'll build a simple bunk bed with a slope piece for the pillow, and now we just need to use magic to multiply them. Wow, that's so easy. Let's put all the bunk beds in the set. And after it's all done, we can build these doors so that the guards can enter, and let's add walls around it. Now, we can ask people if they want to continue to participate in all these fun challenges. But first, let's show them the prize. Okay, now we can start voting. Oh wow, I can see that the players like this game so much. And by the way, this is Derek, and he's the only player that wants to play. And do you know why? See, Derek is actually not an ordinary minifigure. He is the mastermind behind the Big Joe. It's been a year now since Joe started to suffer from all the challenges I make him participate in, so along with Derek, they decided to sneak into the Squid Game to finally end this suffering. But we'll get back to that later. So the other thing from the game was the cookie challenge, and I kinda wanna make one myself. Luckily, I have everything I need for this because it's just melted sugar and some baking soda. You need to stir it well for a couple of minutes. Oh, it's already changing color. Whoa, why is it bubbling so hard? Okay, now we gotta act very fast. Let's just make a circle. Dang it. Well, whatever, I have a backup. And these are genuine cookies just like the ones from the game. They come in all shapes: a circle, a star, a triangle, and of course, an umbrella. Let's see if a minifig can cut it. Would y'all look at that? Congratulations! You passed the vibe check. So now it's time to build the playground where the whole challenge is happening. And for that, I used light aqua bricks for the walls and some printed stickers for each door of every shape. To complete the room, I made a slide in the same red, green, and yellow colors, this complicated looking jungle gym from Technic Pieces, and a swing with these short chains. Everything is complete. It's time to start playing. Contestants, your goal is to extract the shape from the cookie without breaking it, even though it's a solid stud. Good luck. It seems that Derek is up to something once again. That wasn't me! I didn't break it! Oh, hi, guard. Damn, Derek is just cold like that. The next challenge on the show was the tug of war, where two teams stand on opposite platforms and simply have to pull the rope to their side to survive. So, to recreate it in Lego, I got these yellow support walls and simply added a floor for the minifigs to stand on. Now we can put two teams on top and simulate the challenge. And I have something extra. The team that loses will fall into a pool of acid. So, let the challenge begin. Okay, it seems that the team on the right is struggling. And Derek's team is using the forbidden technique. They are glued to the floor. And Derek's team wins the challenge. Oh, damn, they melted real fast. But Derek's not done yet. Rest in pieces, little ones. Next, let's tackle the glass bridge challenge. The goal was to cross over glass blocks in the correct order. One wrong step and the glass breaks, and you fall to your death. To recreate it in Lego, I have these tall girdle pieces in dark blue, and they will serve as a platform for the bridge. For the bridge, I made two platforms on each side, decorated them with transparent studs, and made two walkways. Time to put in the glass. And the whole thing is finished. Now we'll just put some guards and contestants on it and start the game. But we have some guests. On the show, they are called VIPs, and to hide their identity, they wear these golden masks. So let's build them. For the masks, I have a bear, a bird, a wolf, and a dragon. Now to simply paint them gold. Of course, provide some seats, and the VIPs are ready to watch the show. And I'm really happy with how they turned out. Okay, back to the game. We watched the first one take a step. Well, that was quick. The second brave guy is doing better. I think he's gonna also no. It's okay, he'll respond. Alright, next is this chick. Oh, and the dude is rushing. Oof, two minifigs on one glass and they broke it and are holding on for dear life. Derek takes advantage of the situation. Oh, that is just evil at this point. But Derek wins. Before the show even starts, there's this scene of colorful staircases, so I decided to recreate them. One of the walls is built with bright yellow and the other with pink bricks. And now it's time to add confusing stairs all over. Green for the main staircase, a red one that leads to hidden rooms, and pink ones to nowhere, just for the looks. And I created this accent piece with circle cutouts to finalize the look. Hey, from the top down it reminds me of the intro, but the stairs don't move. Anyway, the stairs are ready and it's time to place some minifigs on them to replicate the scene where they all go downstairs for the challenge. It feels like everyone is just waiting in the line to get a low taper fade, but Derek doesn't like to hang around. And now it's time to have a speed round of the minigames played in a rainbow circle in the new season. The first game was about flipping paper, so I made these from plates and tiles on top in red and blue. So let's try it. Hell yeah! Next were these colored dice, and I made them from cylinder studs with plates on top. And this game is hard, but I'll try anyway. Another game was the flying stone. Yes, you literally throw a stone at the stones. I built this from gray bricks, so let's throw it. Also, let's toss some guards at it. Another game was called Jeggy, and it's some kind of hacky sack with a tassel. In Lego, I took a pink tire and attached some translucent blue chains to it. It's kinda like it. The goal is to kick it 5 times. 1, 2, dead. And the last game was called Spinning Top. You just have to throw a rope around the spinner and launch it. For Lego, I skipped the rope part and just made a spinner. And that gave me an idea. Gotta have a Beyblade battle with it. I bought a quick set and attached the blade to the launcher. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Oh wow, they're fighting. Maybe our spinner is 6'2", but the short king is crashing him. He pinned him to the side and won. In the new season, there was also a new challenge called Mingle. It's a giant carousel platform and a bunch of small rooms with colorful doors. To recreate it in Lego, I started by designing a mechanism for the gears to move the platform. After that, I built a floor with beige plates. This grinds my gears. For the rooms, I took the same beige arches and made bow ties with red bricks as decorations. And I made like 7 of them and added them to the set. For the platform, I used a bunch of red bricks with slopes to make it look like a disc and added it onto the main gear. And as a centerpiece, I added a white column with golden accents and horses impaled on metal rods. And that's the Mingle in Lego. When the gear spins, it turns the platform. With that out of the way, it's time to simulate the challenge with minifigs. Some might throw up on it. Where is Derek? Oh, Derek found a Lego motor and now everything is spinning super fast. This dude is just built different. So Derek seems to have won all the games and is returning to take the prize.
Who do you think you are? You thought I couldn't see all the cheating in my games? Oh, so that's how it's gonna be? You never stood a chance.